All right. Welcome to the first coaching, you little nerds. If you guys don't know, I am the IGL for the tripods. IGL, an old man and a guy that just got out of elementary school. You know, I want to do like a weekly thing where I watch gameplay and I tell you guys what I see you're doing wrong. Now, you got to stick with me here because this is my first time doing this, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to watch one game or watch two games, or, you know, figure out exactly how many games I want to watch, if I want to make cuts, or, you know, if I make too many cuts, then it might defeat the purpose of, like, you know, coaching the whole time. But anyway, so I'm starting out with this guy named Yup Cabbage, and he played in the Chipotle qualifier, and this was the last game that he played of the Chipotle qualifier. He also lands C-Note. He said that he watches us play, so he also lands C-Note to, you know, try to learn and like take stuff from our playbook. So what I'm expecting to see is one person land in this area, one person land in this area, and one person landing here. Ooh. He's also taking the trident. Okay, I like that. I like that he's taking the trident because it's a rotation tool, and it also makes looting faster. Like, it makes everything go faster. So if you play like on edge, I would definitely recommend using the trident. The trident is a really effective way of like getting stuff done very quickly, like rotating fast. I'm gonna skip a little bit and see when they hit the beacon and stuff.
No, that's why I use it, because
I'm gonna skip on her a little bit. I don't wanna sit here and watch the whole like 25-minute game, because then, you know, it would take a very long time. Each video would be like 30 minutes. You're running triple take flatline. I don't like that. I think as Gibby, you run one gun. As Gibby, you run one gun that you are really good with mid-range, that you can put a lot of damage down with, and then a shotgun. If you're really good with the flatline, run the flatline. If you're really good with like the triple take, you can put damage down like at all ranges, especially medium to far range, and run that. And then you need a shotgun on Gibby. You 100% need a shotgun. Maybe you just didn't find one, but I think you 100% need a shotgun on Gibby. I think if there's one character that shouldn't run a shotgun or doesn't need to run a shotgun, it's Valk. Because Valk can fly up and, you know, very good SMG character. Are they ditching the car? I don't like that. And I think if you're landing this close to a PvP, like a spiders or something, prowlers take a little bit longer to do, but I think if you're landing right next to a PvP, like,
take it at the same time,
or PvE, I mean. I don't remember what it's called. PvP? I don't know. Whatever. PvE, I'm pretty sure. You need to do those spiders. Spiders give you hella attachments. Armories are good, but they also take a very long time to do, and you can also die in here. So it's a risk and reward. So they're just gonna do the armory for a minute, which is, you know, that makes sense to do the armory for a minute. Show me the zone. Show me the zone. Show me the zone. Oh, wow. Okay, well, maybe you'll hit a beacon, because that was just very, very fast. Okay. So, this is the first zone, and if they had a beacon, which they didn't clearly, they would have been able to scan it, they would have been able to see this. Now, personally, what it looks like is normally when the zone is touching, normally when you see, like, where the zone touches, it normally keeps pulling in that direction. Normally, I say it's like an 80% chance that the zone just keeps pulling up. So like maybe one of these zones, it's knowing your zones is hard. That zone looks a little weird. It's probably gonna pull up to the top left. That's what I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure. This is not a zone that I'm sure of. Jurassic is sketchy, but not so much in comp. Jurassic isn't as sketchy in comp. It's not great because there's like 4 different areas where you can get shot from. Not my favorite spot, but if I'm them, I think they should go Jurassic, hit the beacon. One thing I don't like, though, is they're rotating very slow. In a tournament, this is very slow. You should not be hitting second beacon. If you're hitting second beacon, you need to be hitting it as soon as second round closes, or like as you can. You shouldn't be hitting round 3, like second beacon, round 3 beacon, whatever you want to call it. You shouldn't be scanning for zone 3 in this late. Because at this point, there's no point in hitting the beacon because by the time you get to zone, you're going to know. So it pulled all the way to command center, which is weird. It pulled all the way to command center, which there's not many options here. So you can fly up here and then fight in this way. You can fly through the hold and fight the building, but that sucks because you end up just getting third party by, if there's a team up here, you end up getting third partied. You can come to the low ground and then play this little room. You can come through this side, which probably would be the best. But you'd have to, if you came through this side, what you'd have to do if you came through that side is you'd have to kill this building, I think. If there's a team sitting in this building, you would have to kill this building, and then you'd have to hold everybody out this way. Like you wouldn't be able to like, you can't let somebody walk up behind you. What you need to do is you would have to clear out this entire area, like this entire outside. You would need, like, if you want to come from this side, you have to clear out this entire area and then walk in through these doors. There's multiple ways that you can do that. But I think like there's not many options. There's up here. There's fly through the window. There's this little entrance. There's over here. This is a big hill. Really hard to push. And yeah, that's like, and here. So you don't got many options for this zone. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you have to get in some way, and there's not many options. And the thing is, you can't just run up the hill and then enter this building because there's going to be a team up here. There's probably going to be a team holding the outside here. So you can't just walk up this hill for free. You can't just walk up this hill for free. No matter what you do, when you're playing Edge, when you're like scanning for zone 3, you need to fight. So if you're ever playing a tournament, you're going to have to fight if you're on Edge. Now, this doesn't work for ranked because ranked is a lot more random. So I'm expecting, let's see where they go. We died to zone. That's not good.
Administering medical aid.
I don't have any more after that.
That's two more. I got one more. We got a Valk after that, I guess.
I actually agree with this Val call because I don't think
Maybe
Not from here, no.
No.
I don't think walking up this this hill is good. I mean, you can always check. I think you should check if there's a team in this building, and if there's a team in this building, I think you walk back down and you Val call and look for a spot to play and then hold people out. So especially like if you're on Edge, you need to hold out your back and then fight forward. You don't want anybody behind you. As an Edge team, you shouldn't have people behind you, like ever, because you're gonna be like one of the last teams to come in.
Right here. Keep going though.
I don't exactly hate the fight on that building. I think they could have fought like this building right here. But if there's no team on the right, then you know this will work too. And why I say to fight that building is because if there is a team on this side of the map, they're safe in here. So what they're probably going to do is just walk in. This building team is not safe. So if you fight over here, this building team is going to walk up and third party you because they're not in. And they're just going to third party you and take your spot. Whereas if you fight this team, maybe a team from like on the left, on the right hand side or whatever this is, left hand side, whichever way you're looking, will come up. That's a possibility. But this team, if there is a team over here, shouldn't third party. Now, there wasn't a team there. But this could have been really bad because if there was a team here, if there was a team here and they got caught out in this little spot, there'd be a team shooting them from this way and a team shooting from this way. And they would either have to die or go down the hill. And I don't think all three would survive. So I think like in a situation like that, you see a team in that building, I think you Val call and you go for information. You see if there's people around here. Now, there's nobody here, which is good. But if there was, you got to think about the what ifs. So you ought to always have a plan to see if there's a team there. So I mean, if I'm them, I'm trying to control a lot more than this little corner. I'm trying to hold everybody out. Like I said, I'm holding everything out. I'm barreling up these doors over here, making sure that nobody comes through the wall, like the doors. And then I'm holding this entire area. Because the more teams, like I'm trying to hold all of this. Like that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hold all of this. There's nobody here right now, so they should be holding all of this. This team in the building could easily die because they have to walk up like a hill. You'll see it in a second that they have to walk up a hill if they go over there. And I'm trying to hold all of this and then walk in for free. You don't want to share this. Like if there's like 4 teams and you guys all got to walk through, you know, doorways that are right next to each other, it's not a good look. Hopefully this guy goes to the other side. So these guys down in this, yeah, okay, so he does go over here.
We can push over here.
Yeah, so he can hold them out.
Fighting.
But the Caustic needs to trap up these doors and make sure they don't get third party from inside. Because inside can third party, because inside is a clusterfuck. It's not. Yeah, you don't want to really be inside. I think they should straight up kill all these people right here.
Broke one.
Down to one. I killed one. Down. Got him.
Okay, I think he wasted his Gibby out there. Right here, you let them fight. There's no reason in a situation in a tournament. There's no reason to, you know, let people fight, because kills are kills. You know, you want to play for the win, and the easiest way to win is to let everybody do the work for you. Now he could have just waited. They could have fought, and then he could have just ran up in there and 3P'd hella easily. Now, if there's 2 teams fighting and one gets knocked, you want to help the other team. You want to kill the other team.
Nope, they're on us.
We need those. Okay.
So this is what I mean. This Caustic should have been trapping up these doors a long time ago. He only has traps right here, and that's not even good. Those traps are not helpful because there's nobody there. The zone is already closed in. There's nobody gonna come from this side. When if you're all sitting there, there's nobody gonna be coming from that side. So this is the team that was down here. I think they should have killed that team when they were down there, because the team inside is in and they shouldn't, you know, walk out. And even if they do walk out, you can always bubble and Valcalt like that team just did. But I think when that team wasted their bubble, they should have killed them. They should have wiped and killed those kids. So now the problem is that there's a team on their left, and the team on their left, this team over here, is gonna have to play for something in here. These guys who are also not in are gonna have to play for something in here. So they're gonna have to, like, they're gonna probably fight each other, maybe. But like in a better lobby, these guys might just run at you now. In a better lobby where it's people like are all pros, these guys might just take this fight just straight up. These guys vs these guys, and they might just run at you because they know that there's not too many spots to play in here.
Hold over here, bro. We can do this.
Okay.
I don't want to be hating too much, but this Caustic's traps are not great.
Has rampart. The team on the right side has rampart.
Yeah. So they're just waiting for in.
We might have.
We gotta
Okay,
take.
so they're in on this corner, so this is not too bad. But there should be a trap. There should be a trap over here on this. 100%. There should be a trap somewhere over there,
Not now though.
trying to zone the team in from running at them.
We're gonna have to just slowly walk in.
This Omar, he's actually holding a pretty good angle over here, because you want to hold wide so that these guys can't wrap. Because if your high ground gets taken and you get like pinched, so if I'm this team right here and I see one person over here, I'm probably gonna Ash TP on this guy. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm gonna Ash TP on him. The reason I say that is because if I Ash TP on them, I have their high ground and they're stuck between 2 teams. So if I go over here and I take their high ground, I have free LOS of like all of this, and the team from the inside can peek the door over here, and then they also have LOS over here, so these guys could just die. When you're trying to think about positioning yourself, you also got to think about how you could kill teams easily, because you can normally kill a lot of teams easily when they make mistakes.
Behind us.
Coming.
So this isn't good.
Get him. This free KP.
It looks like 2 teams. So these guys were making a mistake because they weren't watching their back. I didn't know that there was people down there, and they didn't either. You should always be watching your back. Somebody should always be looking behind you. If you're in a spot, you need to make sure that nobody comes close to your spot.
You grab extra heal spot.
Grab some. I'm chopping up more.
Take some space.
I need heals.
I got no heat.
I don't have any.
There's 4 boxes right here, but I got no heat shield.
Yeah, me either.
There's no heat shields in these. There's no heat shields in these.
Bro. We gotta. We're good, y'all.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
I know.
Relax. Play slow, we're good.
I know. I'm saying there's 4 squads, and then y'all know. We gotta.
Right here, right here, right here, right here.
Taking a shot.
Hit him for 60. Grab him some sales.
Shot.
Some,
Oh, you got it.
Deals.
they got rampart. Knocked it for you. Next 63
Try not to
on
be the center
another
of
one.
attention though.
Hey, yeah, we gotta hold here. We just gotta hold here. We just gotta hold right
Yeah,
here.
yep.
This spot's pretty good.
That's
You don't want to like, you don't want to not be holding a lot of space. Right now they're holding a little bit of space. But if there is like, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where people think they can run at you. And if you're like way too close together when you're holding a spot, people will run at you. Like if a guy takes, you could send like when you're in a spot, you got to be thinking about who can kill you. You got to always be wondering like who can kill me right now? Like what spots are you vulnerable to?
Oh, are we in or is this last circle?
Should we go to the stairway and try to push in there?
Can't see what the circle is right now.
One on the left side? Hold up, come back.
No, you don't want to play it early. You don't want to play it early. If there is somebody here and you play this staircase 3 men early, somebody can swing behind you and put you in a pinch and kill you for free.
Bub. I'm gonna have to bub.
That's what I'm saying. No, you're good. Right here. That's what I'm saying. Should we go right here?
Some research in this area.
You don't want to like, you don't want to play a spot like this when there's so much room behind you for somebody to wrap.
I don't know if it's a circle or not. It
Let's
is
check
a
out this
circle.
way. Heads up.
Hold up, watch out.
You burn your bubble for this 100%. You just bubble across. If you're going up there, you just bubble across. Why I say bubble across is because nobody can gibby ult you in here, and that's one of the main reasons why you don't want to burn your bubble outside of areas. Like late game, you almost never want to burn your bubble unless it's absolutely mandatory. But right here, I mean, I don't think these are pro players, and he almost died. If you're playing against pro players, you're dead. And he ended up burning bubble anyways. Yeah, so you always want to bubble that. You're inside. There's no need for you to save bubble. You'd be in a room with Caustic. There's no reason for you to, hold it. To be honest.
Heal.
Give me a sec.
This Caustic does not like throwing his traps.
Last shield cell. Be careful. Don't go that far.
I don't.
Okay.
This Caustic needs to have traps everywhere right now.
Come to trap it up. Don't even worry about it.
Gotta heal. Take it in.
Wondering why he's individually pressing his ranges.
Watch out. Come back, man. We're about to lock this up.
Okay, he died. So you threw your Caustic ult right here. Throw your Caustic ult. Throw your Caustic ult. Throw your ult. Throw your ult. Throw your ult. No, you didn't. Throw your ult. Those are nice shots. Oh, now he throws it. He threw his ult way too late.
Oh, both are so low.
The door stopped it, fam. When I threw it
Did
in
you
the
have-
closed door,
did you
it
throw your
just- it
ultimate?
still came back.
Did you throw your ultimate?
I did at the last second. When I went to
Oh,
open
we
the
would've beat
door,
him
it came back and so it stopped it.
Didn't he have did he have a trap down there?
Told you.
Can you ult them? Can you ult them?
That's unfortunate. I mean, yeah, the Caustic just didn't throw his ult.
The door stopped it, fam. When I threw it in
Did
the
you
closed
have-
door,
did you
it
throw your
just- it still
ultimate?
came-
That guy, he did swing very aggressively. That Valk swung really hard. I don't know what happened to that Valk.
Watch out. Come back, fam. We're about to lock this up.
I don't know if he got ratted or something. I don't know what just happened to him. But this all could have been saved from a Caustic ult.
They're both so weak.
That's what I think. So I think for those guys, I think the biggest thing would definitely be rotating. If you're playing edge, you got to make sure you're the last one in. If you have a spot in zone, you got to make sure nobody's coming behind you. If somebody comes behind you, you have to kill them. You can't give up space. All right, thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of coaching. If you guys want me to look at your gameplay and you guys want to be coached, I'll put my business email in the description below and you guys can send me something. I'm trying to do 1, maybe 2 a week if I can. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week.